go as far as saying, and really make sure that what they want, you have the time to diverge in continuing architecture. But it's where teams build the confidence that what they're creating is actually going to be a high quality, high value product. No one would mistake you for being done at the 70% mark, right? There's all the work. Introduce designing where a lot of the product and design exploration actually with the models available to plug into. But it puts heavy, heavy pressure on that find how to apply that enabling AI tech to this. So in my research, when they're working on these Explore or iteration that was ongoing, MBOT. And we built the tech side of it very quickly. But once it was built, there was a lot of design iterations happening right up until the launch. And don't get me wrong, it was working. It was working really, really well. But the product team, the design team, they were tech. And it wouldn't have been possible even after the tech was working. Even the eng team was focused this crunch, where we're saving a lot of the work that will determine the success of our AI products for the end. And if we wouldn't at Figma have poured so much effort into that last for 30%, we would have ended up with a great tech experience, but a subpar user experience. And we have to reprioritize exploring these design solutions we could pursue in this new model. And the people we're giving these tools to won't get there either. So bear with me. If an airline took me 70% of the way from San Francisco to my hometown in Madison, Wisconsin, right? Albeit on a new cutting-edge turboplane, I'd still end up somewhere in Nebraska. And if a brand new bakery with the most innovative bread recipe only baked that bread 70%, I'd end up with a soggy loaf of bread. Or if a store sold me 70% of a TV, albeit with the highest resolution in the world, I'd be angry, right? And in each case, I'd rather, and when I do research on the market, I see this change in the product development process playing out where teams are focusing on the enabling technology so much, they're forgetting about the product and the experience. And as a result, we see a lot of AI tools trying to replace things people already do, right? It's repeating things that we've already done. And I'd argue it's because we're more focused on one bad AI experience, even if it's the most cutting edge tech, right? Experience. But I think it's becoming clear they will judge our ability to deliver a good AI experience. And if we don't focus on that last 30% of the process, on the design, on the product market fit, on the quality, we'll make AI product building fail and these services will just become unused. So we have to figure out how to go that final 30% in this new model. And if we do that, we'll be in a place where we're actually impacting people's lives with AI in a really positive, productive way. And we'll actually start to truly win them over with the product experiences we're creating. Quality tech that you build doesn't mean it's a quality experience. So great tech alone won't win, right? The last 30%. And we mostly thought about adding value to the existing systems with new features, right? And some of us in this room are lucky enough to explore what those new systems might actually look like, but those are often on elongated multi-year timelines, right? We're not actually actively making changes to the system and deploying things into our users. And they're mostly defined and not completely net new. And adding functionality, we have to shift our thinking. So by no means am I saying release nothing, right? Especially if build, prepare to scale an entirely new, and a failure to consider the system. And remember also what I said about earlier about the product development process. We're in this place where we can move so quickly with AI. We can build a bunch of features and see what sticks. But these tools and APIs give us the ability to make these beautiful, stunning, and that hard work is in the name of incremental ones like me, but the noise is incredible. Since 2023, we've seen an AI-powered pen, doesn't it? And we're all super subject to this noise, right? Which pushes back channel, a few of them. And it helps us follow all of the AI releases, big and small, every day. And it's like keeping up with the Joneses of AI. And it's amazing, don't get me wrong. We have to start somewhere, build up our muscles and intuition of how to do this. And some of our early work even started on Slack with AI being slapped into tools, pre-existing product experiences that just don't really make sense or work well in the context of what's already there, right? And what's more is when we talk to businesses who will actually buy these AI tools, the first thing they're always asking, work. So no, don't just sell me an AI pen. Come up with a new system for the pen and explain the system. But in how we design and think of creating new building blocks, we have to avoid innovation happens at the system, not just the feature. An AI experience is considered. So in the traditional product development, the PM, the UXR, the engineer, the designer, this isn't really net new. the people that will be using them. The boundaries of what we create and actually let go of the old favorite question at Figma, what if, and make new spaces for creative problem solving and removing the constraints from our disciplines. So how does this work in practice, right? Well, I'm a user researcher. I told you that, right? I remember and I was thinking to myself, oh no, you wanted to discuss how I saw the landscape. And he was like, I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for anyone who can help me make sense engineers. But it's not that simple. It's actually pushing me. It's a lot of work. And I'm having to learn totally new ways to communicate in their language. And it's unknown and it's rapidly evolving our jobs, regardless of how to see this problem from many different. Let go of your discipline, learn new approaches to problem solving, and create new us to say, you know what, we can't actually cheat this process. Let's just hide behind this shipping velocity. We've released so much to develop those new skills. That's not a recipe for creative problem solving and creative experimentation. You might not see many slides like this during this conference, but remember, one day AI will be boring, like smartphones and apps, like PCs and mainframes before that, right? And we have to focus on doing all of this work, building with AI with serious intention, with this in mind, that it will be boring. If we're so focused on the technology, we can actually forget why we're here, which is to harness it. And there are new models out there that we can use to harness it into something meaningful. That's what we're working on at Figma. AI, it's about the content. Creating new digital experiences. Beware of feeling finished. Functioning tech does not equal quality experience. We talk about break.